Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to teach the relative clauses. As you see, we have here this lesson which is relative clauses. Relative clauses, the first branch أو أول فرع, the first branch of it is the relative pronouns. Relative pronouns أو بسموهن ضمائر الوصل. طبعا جمل الوصل أول شيء في عندنا نوعين منهن. We have non-defining يعني غير معرفة, and also we have defining اللي هي الجمل المعرفة. وإن شاء الله لما نصلهن كل واحدة راح نشرح بالضبط شو هي. Firstly أول شيء راح نتكلم, we will talk about what? The relative pronouns اللي هن ضمائر الوصل. Relative pronouns, we have a lot of relative pronouns. Here in our book, we will teach 5 of them. And the most important one is, I think, who, which is for people. أول واحد طبعا هي who, واللي بنستخدمها دائما for people, للناس, أي للعاقل. إذن who تستخدم للعاقل. ثانيا we have which والتي تستخدم طبعا لغير العاقل, or for things and for animals. In other words, يعني anything that's non-human, يعني شيء غير إنساني, يعني غير عاقل. ثم في عنا where واللي هي طبعا تأتي for places. where comes for places, وهي طبعا للمكان زي ما بتعرفوا, places الأماكن in other words. And finally we have when, which is for time, not times, for time, sorry, this one is wrong, it's for time, هي طبعا للزمن أو للوقت. And finally we have whose, which is for position. طبعا position means what? Owning, الملكية, هي تستخدم للملكية. إذا مرة ثانية ضمائر الوصل المهمة عندنا في الصف التاسع هي الضمائر التالية. So relative clauses, جمل الوصل طبعا two kinds. Firstly we have non-defining and defining, قلنا غير معرفة ومعرفة. Firstly, we will talk about what? Defining relative clauses, اللي هي الجمل المعرفة. وبدأنا أول شيء بالrelative pronouns. relative pronouns هي ضمائر الوصل, وأشهر ضمائر الوصل هي طبعا who, which is for people, يعني هو للعاقل. And also we have which, and we have where, when, and whose. Which for things and animals, and where is for places, or for place in other words. And also we have when, which is for time. And finally we have whose, which is for position. وقلنا يا عمي people للناس للعاقل, إذا للناس أو للأناس etc. للناس يعني هاي in Arabic. So we have here for animals and things, and here we have where, which is for places. Good. So we have firstly relative pronouns. Thank you very much. Now we will move to the second stage. Now let's continue our lesson. As I have said that we have what? We have two kinds of relative clauses. عندنا نوعين من relative clauses. We have the defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. Let's begin firstly with the defining relative clauses اللي بسموها الجمل المعرفة. لاحظ هون defining relative clauses. Defining relative clauses gives طبعا defining relative clauses give necessary information to understand the meaning of a sentence. So defining relative clauses give necessary information to understand the meaning of the sentence. إذن هي بتعطينا معلومات ضرورية لفهم معنى الجملة. إذن بتكون الجملة مهمة جدا, أو جملة الوصل مهمة للاسم اللي جاي قبلها. So the relative clause is very important to the noun that comes before it. Now let's for example have an examples. The first one, I want the book which is on the desk. Now look at this clause which is on the desk. This clause is called defining relative clauses. So this one is defining relative clauses. As you see, which here is on the desk refer to the book. So which is on the desk is very important for the word book. إذا هذه الجملة which is on the desk مهم جدا لفهم الكتاب أو لمعنى الكتاب. ليس أي كتاب. أنا أريد I want the book not any book. I want the book which is on the desk. إذا which is on the desk is defining. ضرورية. Important. Not extra. مش معلومات زيادة. Not extra information. This one is necessary information. Important information. الآن ننتقل. Now let's move to non-defining relative clauses. Non-defining relative clauses. Here it gives extra or it gives us extra information about someone. Extra information. معلومات زيادة. Extra information. حول شخص ما. Someone or something. شيء ما. If you remove the clause. وهنا إذا حذفنا. If you remove the clause, the sentence will still make sense. يعني تبقى تعطينا معنى صحيح. مثال الجمل الغير معرفة طبعا هنا في العربي تعطي معلومات ليست ضرورية لفهم معنى الجملة. يعني معلومات extra زائدة. معلومات زائدة. And here we have an example. We met Lucy's father who is an opera singer. Now, who is an opera singer is a relative clause. And here we have a comma. And relative clauses or relative pronouns that are preceded, التي يسبقها a comma, we call them non-defining. So this one is non-defining. So it is not important for the word father أو Lucy's father. هي مش مهمة. extra معلومات زيادة إضافية عن أبو لوسي. يعني أنا بإمكاني أقول we met Lucy's father. يعني I can for example omit this sentence or this clause. So this clause is not important. In other words, it is not important or it's extra information. Yes, that's enough. Now we will have some examples about defining or non-defining. I want you to look at these three examples and I want you to add or to write D, in other words, defining if the clause is defining, and ND if it is non-defining. مطلوب منك to put D or ND. D for the word defining and ND for the word non-defining. Look at the first one. Tigers, which were once a common sight, are now rare. Now, look at this clause, which were once common sight. Now look at it. What do you see? You see that it is what? It's preceded by a comma. Here we have a comma. And also here we have what? A comma. So, what is the kind of this clause? Is it defining or not defining? What do you think? Yes. Yes, you? Yes, Muhammad? Good. So it's what? Non-defining? Good, that's right. So this one is non-defining. So we put what? N? And D. So we put here N, D. That's right. So the first one is non-defining. Why? لأنه طبعا because it is preceded by a comma and also after it there is also a comma. So this clause is non-defining. Now let's have a look to the second sentence. Yes. Now I will read it. Our next stop was Cairo, where we visited the pyramids. Now look at this clause. Where we visited the pyramids. Yes. What do we have before where? Yes. You. I am. Go on. I am. Yes. A comma. Good. Thank you very much. Here we have a comma. And yes, Adil. And after pyramids, what do we have? We have what? A comma. Yes. Good. Thank you very much. So, what's the kind of the sentence? Yes. Omar. Yes. What's the kind of the sentence? What? Defining or non-defining? Non-defining? Yes. Why? Because we have commas. Yes, thank you very much. So it is non-defining. Yes, well done, Omar. Well done. Non-defining. Good, thank you very much. So this one is non-defining. Now let's move to the third sentence. Yes. The third sentence, I will read it. The bird which flew highly in the sky has a broken wing. Yes, Faisal. Faisal, look here, please. Yes. Now, look at this clause. Which flew highly in the sky. Yes. Have you seen it? Yes, good. Have you read it? Good. Now, what do you think? Yes. Is it defining or not defining? Yes, what? Here we don't have a comma. Yes, good, thank you very much. And after sky, yes, we don't also have a comma. So, if we don't have commas, what do we call this clause? Yes, defining or not defining? What? Define? Yes, excellent, thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Faisal. So, it is defining. So, yes. Sorry. Yes, you know that. Yes, we discussed that the defining sentence or the defining clause is the clause with no commas, which is very important to the noun before it, such as the third one, which flew highly in the sky, is important for the word bird. Yes, that's right. But the non-defining relative clause is a clause that is extra information, or that's not important for the noun which comes before it. For example, which were once a common sight is not important for the word tiger. It is extra information. And also, the clause where we visited the pyramids is not important for the noun Cairo. So all of us know Cairo and know tigers, so they are not important. So that's all about defining and non-defining relative clauses. Now, after that, we will talk about what? We will talk about the relative pronouns and how do we use them. Yes, thank you very much.